After all the issues I've had trying to get a ONR 23 and a Torpedo 32 ignition engine running, I decided to purchase a reproduction John Morrill Simplex Hornet 19. It is my understanding that John made these reproduction engines in the early 1980s. After a whole lot of cranking and then electric starter and cleaning up the points, I finally did get the ONR running one day, and then the next day I had trouble. I couldn't get it to run again. My understanding that the cylinder is spot welded to the crankcase, so you can't really work on it in some ways. Well, here you see my Simplex 19 running on ignition, which wasn't exactly easy either. After failing to get it to run on ignition, I tried it on glow and got it running. And then I switched it to ignition and I got it to run. So I thought I'd better try it the next day and see if it would still run. Well, it ran for a while, and then I noticed this leak around the head bolts. I fixed that, and then I couldn't seem to get it to run again, so I'm back on glow and got it running that way. And then I switched back to ignition, and then I ran it again the next day on ignition, and it seemed to run pretty good. The only thing I can think of, the engine was just too tight. I had bought this Zipper 049, which is a Cox TD 049 reproduction, and that took some running before it would run very well at all. I know the creator of this engine said that they can be rather tight. This Torpedo 32 that I have had a bad crankcase gasket, and then after I got it to run on glow, it blew out the head gasket. This engine is too large for the plane I plan to use anyway, so that was no big deal. This is a kit I was given, a Spearhead Junior, which might not be the best plane to start with, but I do want to build it. When I have things donated, I think people want to see me use them, and so I want to start with this. It does seem to be rather a small wing area for this much weight, but I guess that's the way planes were back then. So that's where I'm at. You can see it just has print wood.